Stop playing. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. We outside, Boston, baby. Priest Officer Shalayala of Isupk. And today I'm here with
David Jones.
My brother David Jones. Now, Mr. Jones, if you don't mind me asking you, with Martin Luther King Day coming up soon, do you feel like the mission that Martin Luther King was trying to promote or push back in the day, the things that he wanted to happen, integration and things like that, do you feel like it's been a positive outlook on our people?
Yes, to an extent, I believe the dream is being lived now. However, we still have things that are holding us back. There are elements and things out there in life that just hasn't pushed or even wanted to push as far as we've come or where we're trying to get to. Martin Luther King was talking about the dream, not just his dream, but it was the dream that God put together for us to be here together as one, because God created mankind, not just white, not just black, not just this one or that one, but he created all of us to be together, to walk as one, to be as one. This was one of the reasons why we're here together, because it's unnatural to be here and be alone. That's why God didn't put us here alone. However, it's also unnatural to be here and be miserable. So why must we be here and be miserable next to our fellow man? Right. That's one of my beliefs. Right.
Understandable. One other thing that Martin Luther King used to push, he wanted us to have the right to vote and things of that nature. Do you feel like, since we have the right to vote, do you feel like voting has helped our people in any way today?
Let me say this. Yes, it has. However, I do also believe this, and when you're voting, you're only voting for who tells the best lies.
Right.
That's just my personal belief. But other than that, yes, because people have the right to be heard, have a right to be counted. And that, I believe, is what the purpose was, for us to be counted. However, a lot of people need to go out to the polls and vote. But then, like I said, it's who are we voting for? We have to look more in getting to the political aspects of it, as far as searching who exactly are you voting for and what are we voting for in the first place. I don't want to go really too deep on it.
Please go as deep as you want.
Well, I can go back to when let's go back to the Civil War and why that was, and who was in power then, and who wanted to keep slaves in captivity then. It was actually representatives, right? That was against slavery. It was actually Democrats, that wanted to hold on and hold things there. Now things are switched up, as if the Republicans are all bad and Democrats is all good. But a lot of people that are in office. Let's say, for instance, you have a lot of people out here that get high, and they're messed up in the head, because they're not themselves. Yet, I believe that unhigh doesn't necessarily mean straight, because there's many people in this world right now that don't get high, but then you look at the way the world's being run, right? You know what I mean? So we have to get together and really know what we're doing here. And God's the only way that I can see, that things are going to get better.
Right.
Because we've come so far. The moralistic value between one human being and another has dissipated so much, because we've taken God out of almost absolutely everything in this world. Absolutely is in politics. Most of it's been taken away. How many politicians are speaking or preaching, about our Father in heaven? You know what I mean? To help to make it better for those of us that's walking this earth. See, personally, I'm not a religious person, because I believe religion is what causes division amongst mankind. You know what I mean? When Christ roamed this earth, he didn't run around. It wasn't about religion. It was religion that actually killed him. It was chief priests, Pharisees, and elders of the church that sought up the idea to put him to death. So I believe if man believes in God and whatever religion he wishes to do, and there'll be less stairways to heaven and more unity in solving the world's afflictions, because this is where we're having the problems. So as far as voting, if we're voting for the right things, we got to look and see what the right things are and what we're voting for, and we'll be good out here.
Wow, that was heavy. It's the last question. One of Martin Luther King's last speeches was that he felt like he led his people into a burning house. And to your opinion, what do you think that burning house is?
Led his people Wow, that was a good question. I've never heard that one before. Well, let me see. It says that he's led his people into the burning house. What do we think the burning house was? I think the burning house was leading his people into the furnace of affliction, which the people that was in power, or the people that was looked upon as the elite, were the fire. And we as a people were led into that fire to create something new, to create the votings, to create us being equal, to create us being able to ride that bus without getting in the back or being asked to get off the back of the bus.
Right.
So during those days, when people were following for better, white and black and others would follow along with King into that dream. They followed him into that fire to make it better for us right now.
Okay.
But I do believe that blessings are born in the furnace of affliction.
Right.
So therefore, this is why you and I are standing here, and you're able to do what you're doing right now, and I'm able to do this as well.
Absolutely. Mr. Jones, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you
Greatly
very much.
appreciate you, sir.
I'm going to be looking forward to seeing this.
Oh, yeah, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shalom, y'all. I'm Priest Officer 5000 Shalai Yala, and today I'm here with
JJ.
Here with my brother JJ. Just to talk about MLK Day real quick. Now, JJ, in regards to MLK Day, with the mission that MLK was pushing back in the day as far as integration and coming together, do you see that working today in the midst of like police brutality and things of that nature? And beyond that, you know what I'm saying? Do you see that dream coming true today?
Yes, I do. I see it simultaneously happening with the police brutality and other racial discriminations that are occurring within the school system, within the prison, within the economy. There is still work that needs to be done, but what 1962 is when he gave that speech. 63, basically in the 60s. So pretty much 60 years from now, we've come a long way. So the fight's not over. We still got a long way to go, but we got to keep the grind going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah.
When we were segregated at one point in time, we had colleges and hospitals of that nature.
Yes.
Do you feel like integration has helped us as a people?
No, it hasn't. I believe integration.
The reason I asked that because Martin Luther King was about integration. So do you feel like integration has helped us at all?
I believe integration, the intentions were good, but I believe the results, unintended consequences happened from it. I believe it made the black community dependent on the government system rather than creating its own economy. So no different than what happened in Tulsa in the 20s, and creating opportunities for blacks so they don't have to be so dependent on the government system, and they can create their own economy. Despite that, the black economy, to my understanding, if I can remember, we gross up to about $1 trillion, just black people within the American diaspora. So as far as consumers and as far as income, we're up there, but there's still work that needs to be done. Right. So to answer your question, as far as integration, I believe it didn't do us good.
All right. Well, listen, JJ, thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you
Enjoy
so
the
much,
rest of your night, okay?
My brothers.
Hey, Shalom, Lord in Christ, Priest of Rakab, UBK Boston. We out here in South Bay. I'm with this brother here. What's your name?
Warren Coward.
Warren Coward. So, brother, I just want to ask you a few questions pertaining to Martin Luther King.
Okay.
One being is, how do you feel about Martin Luther King's dream for black people to integrate into white society?
Overarchingly, I feel like he had good intentions.
Yep.
And he wanted everybody to be integrated into white society.
Yep.
And for all of us to have equal things and equal footing
Right.
with white people.
Yes, sir.
But I do feel like, that did cause a lot of harm in our society. And it did cause us to lose a lot of the things that we were that we had at the time.
Right.
But given at the time, he didn't have a better option. So I feel like it was good that he had the right idea. But I don't know if I was there with him at the time, I would have had a better idea. People still don't have a better idea. They say it would still be better separate or whatever. But like, it would still be under that same persecution. At least we're not under the blatant and open persecution as we were.
Right.
It's still persecution, but not the same time.
I completely understand what you're saying. Now, I'm gonna ask you a completely different question.
Okay.
Right? Are you familiar with the Houthis, an Iranian-backed militia group, attacking America in the Red Sea? U.S. carriers in the Red Sea.
I'm very light.
Okay.
I know very surface.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all you need to know. If I could, I'd just bust it down for you real quick, light,
Yeah.
scratch the surface. So basically, recently, they've just attacked U.S. carriers in the Red Sea,
Yeah.
right? Now, U.S. has responded with, lethal force, of course.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In response to their attack, right? Do you think that in contemplation of even attacking Iran directly because the militia group is backed by them
Yeah.
is on the table? So now, do you think America should integrate with the Iranians? Should they find a way to come together?
Yes, because the alternative is World War III.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
and at the end of the day, this all can be solved with words instead of bullets, and that leaves less dead people on the ground at the end of the day.
Okay. No sweat. I appreciate your answers,
Yeah.
brother. Solid brother.
man.
Very intelligent brother right here, man.
Chris Notes of 5,000 Shalayala. Today I'm with my brother V. Brother V, just to ask you a quick question. MLK Day's coming up soon. And with the movement that Martin Luther King had back in the 60s, do you feel like his purpose back then, does it affect us to this day? And do you see any results from what he was trying to do back then?
Yes, absolutely. I do think what he went through, what he fought for, had a great and still today has a positive in our society, especially for people of color, people, minorities immigrants and stuff like that. So what he did till today is still a great thing, and we should keep fighting for it.
Okay. All right. Well, Brother V, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Shalom, this is Priest and Officer of 1,000 Recall. We are hitting you up out of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and I'm here with
Talia.
Talia. How you doing, Talia?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Do you understand that Martin Luther King's Day is coming up? And I got a quick question for you. Do you know the difference between assimilation and integration?
No, I don't.
Okay, integration is when two cultures come together and mix. For example, if you celebrate something, I could come to your house and celebrate with you. You come to my celebration and celebrate with me. Assimilation is when I'm forced to only celebrate your holiday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now that you understand the difference, right? Did Martin Luther King, his movement of so-called integration, was it beneficial or a detriment to black people?
You say integration, right?
But that's what they call this movement. Yeah. Was it a good thing for black people? Or was it a bad thing?
I would say it's. I would say it's a bad thing because why would you get everybody to do that? Right? That's what integration is, right?
Integration is when you mix, but the truth is, his movement wasn't integration. It was really assimilation, where us as black people were forced to be involved in white culture.
Correct.
For example, we fought for the right to eat at their restaurants, so we got that. But they never ate at our restaurants. So our restaurants went out of business because we started eating at their restaurants. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we actually assimilated into America due to Martin Luther King's movement. Now, at the end of the day, now I ask you again, do you think it was a good idea?
If you in that point, it's not a good idea.
All right. And do you have any social medias or anything that you want to shout out real quick?
No.
All right. Well, you have a good one. So thank you for your time.
I'm Priest of Shalayala, and today I'm with
Sheila.
Sheila. Now, Sheila, let's ask you a couple of questions. With MLK Day coming up soon, do you feel like MLK has an effect on black folks' lives today?
No, unfortunately.
And why do you say that?
We are desensitized now. We're just living life randomly. You know, we're not living the life that he fought for, so to speak.
And just to ask you, what kind of life do you think he fought for?
He fought for equality. We're nowhere near that anymore, at least. We were going toward that direction. Now we're backtracking.
In regards to the backtracking, is it our fault or is it society's fault? How do you feel about that?
Well, we are part of society, so we're part of the problem as well.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. That's all I wanted to ask you. Thank you for your time. All right.
No
Take